Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, January 6th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, one quick clarification. I will be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol NITO. I did this in yesterday's video, and the surge has continued, and now we have a very nice pattern here. So as I draw out this pattern, please don't think that I'm trying to imply that I have some sort of special talent or this is a great discovery. Quite the opposite. A lot of people have noticed this pattern, and I say all that because when a lot of people have noticed the same levels and are wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So let me change that to green to represent support. And then let me just make this pattern all the same color to hopefully make it easier to see. So once again, we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big explosive move right there. And then for you golfers, try to make it a little bit more visual. Put the golf hole down here. This is a bull pennant pattern. Now, there is no such thing as a guarantee, but is it valid? Is it plausible to think that if the price comes up here next week, gets it to that area and breaks through it, that break right there could create a, more momentum, more buying power in and of itself? Absolutely. Again, not guaranteed, but certainly not some sort of irrational thought. So if you like this price range and you like bull pennant patterns, then I definitely keep it on NITO next week. Next one here, CRNC, and same general idea of what I just talked about. So I want to respect your time, so let's keep things moving here. But in this situation, very, very well-defined resistance level. So again, I'm not trying to impress you. That's not a great discovery. A lot of people have drawn that level. Therefore, rational to think that that could lead to some self-fulfilling prophecies on the breakout through there. And then on the flip side of things, you can see the price did make progress in the upwards direction with that uptrending trend line right there. So again, green for support. And then just to make the pattern easier to see, we have our resistance. We have our support. Huge explosive move right there. Golf hole down here, we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. I'd say the biggest difference is this one's a little bit more expensive compared to the first one. But anyway, look at it. Huge movement today, huge volume. And as traders, that's what it's all about. We want volume, we want volatility, and that's what this one delivered. So let's see if it carries into next week. Next one here, ticker symbol RGTI. And again, nice mover today. And really just a nice mover overall as we look at the bigger picture point of view. I mean, this thing is in a very, very nice overall uptrend. So we'll zoom in here and just keep an eye on more so the relevant near-term levels. And what I'm curious about is this near-term level right here at $19.35 as resistance. And because that seems to be, at least in my opinion, maybe you can disagree, and that's fine. But price started off and then came down. And then, after it stopped pulling back, it came back up here, and that's where it got rejected before coming back down. Came up again, couldn't quite hit it. Came back down, came back up again. And you can see just below that level. So in my mind, quite a bit of stuff going on down below 1930, which still does not guarantee anything. But if the price were to come up here and push through that level, especially if that break right there is a high volume break, then I think there's a very good chance of it at least, if not going, at least retesting those highs, if not even pushing higher up through that area right there. Again, not saying any of that's guaranteed to happen, but like I said, a high volume break, that is the key of 1935, I think could really generate a good amount of upwards momentum. But overall, like I said, the trend is just fine. The price continues to put in these higher lows. And if you envision those as stair steps, I mean, this is the name of the game right here. You want to see the stair steps progressing upwards, and that is what it's doing. Next one here, QSI, and this one's looking a little shaky, but it is all about perspective. If you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there, or you bought the dip right there, and your plan was to buy and sell within 13 minutes, well then yeah, from that standpoint, things are looking pretty rough because there was a big pullback today. But think about that word today, as in one day. When you take a step back and look at multiple days, we have the lows right here, and then you look at a previous day, and then you look right there, and then you look down here, and you're getting the idea. If you, again, that's kind of behind my ugly mug right there. But you get the idea. If you envision these as stair steps, these stair steps are progressing in the upwards direction. Once again, I fully understand that if you're a day trader and you bought right there, you don't care about these stair steps. But that's why I'm trying to make a point of distinction between, are you somebody that cares about more so a day trading reference point, or someone that cares about the bigger picture. So from the bigger picture, purple line there, very famous 50 period moving average. You're going to want to see that level continue to hold. You can see actually a very good example of that right there, providing support to the price. Very rough, no need to beat around the bush. Very rough last 30 minutes. here of the day, but still above that purple line. But even if the purple line does fail, not the end of the world. I would say the much more important level of support is down there, that pink line, 200 period moving average, currently valued at $2.23. In terms of areas of resistance, I think the best way to go about that here is just to get this downtrending trend line in play and keep an eye on that and see if the price can curl back upwards and break up through there. So again, assuming you care about the big picture point of view, the overall trend does still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. Next one here, FCUV. What an absolutely monster move today, really twice. So it started off with a gap, came down, formed this nice little bull pennant pattern, got the break right there late day, and then another huge surge in the upwards direction. So quite the eventful day on this one for sure. A lot of people definitely going to be watching. So as far as areas of support, we'll talk about those first. So the main level that I would definitely consider the ideal level, when you say, Clay, what makes this chart look the strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay up there above 78 cents. Now, don't get me wrong, if the price falls below 78, that doesn't mean the entire chart's destroyed or ruined or anything like that. But yeah, if the price could stay above it, that would be a good sign of power. But from the overarching standpoint, the level that matters most is that purple line right there. 50 period, simple moving average. Keyword definitely being moving, because I understand the price is way up here. This line's way down here. But as time goes by next week, that line's going to move itself higher and higher. So it's basically going to become a trend line that draws itself for you. So as long as the price stays above the trend line from an overall standpoint, then the overall trend is still in the bull's favor. Again, staying above 78 would be fantastic, but by no means is 78 cents, a do or die level or anything like that. In terms of the levels of resistance, no need to overcomplicate this. Just simple question, where did the party finally stop today? And it stopped up there at $1.08. So for that reason alone is why I would consider it $1.08. But anyway, look at it. If you like penny stocks, I guess this one's likely no longer a penny stock. But if you like this price range, monster volume, monster movement. So it'll be interesting to see if this carries into Monday. Real quick, wanted to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering next week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the live webinar next week. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use to sign up. Or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage here that you can use to sign up. So like I said, get signed up and hopefully I'll see you next week. Next one here, ticker symbol ACON, another one of these monster movers down in the world of penny stocks, and I would say a very well-defined breakout point going into next week. And that is right up here around the 36 cent mark. Now, I do realize that the price at one point actually went higher than that, but another point right there didn't quite go that high. So just trying to find the middle ground here. But the point here is that right around 36 cents, give or take a couple pennies, is going to be that main breakout area. So if you want to just call this a resistance zone, I don't think anybody would argue against that. So keep an eye on that if the price does try to recover. Had a pretty crazy last 30 minutes. Price came all the way up here and then ultimately fell back down, but overall is maintaining itself. And then in terms of levels of support, has established itself pretty clear in terms of where the buyers are at, and that's right down there around the 22 cent mark. You can see on 3 separate occasions, both there, and there. Bears try to press down through, but the bulls stepped up each and every time. So once again, if you like penny stocks, you like volume, you like volatility, keep an eye on it. Next one here, RIVN. Very, very nice late day breakout. So just to kind of map out what happened, there was this nice bull pennant that had formed, and then the breakout here occurred. But this is what's at least nice about it is, yeah, there is a surge, but there's at least been a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a break. So meaning if the price does continue on sideways or even pulls back a little bit more, you're still going to have a nice overall pattern. Case in point, let's just say that the price closed with the green candle right there. At that point, okay, you missed the breakout and it hasn't really pulled back. So do you chase? What exactly are you supposed to do? But at least in that this situation, with that last 30-minute red candle right there, you can see it's got more of a consolidation phase right there. So it makes things a little bit easier with where the breakout point would be. And that's just simply where the highs are at right here. So you can see back-to-back candles right up there at $16.65 as the key area of resistance. In regards to levels of support, 2 levels. The first one being that ideal level, like I said earlier. What would make the chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? That would be if the price can stay above 1560. But again, if the price falls below it, that does not mean the entire chart's destroyed, because from the overarching standpoint, you have that purple line there, 50-period moving average. That'll serve as kind of the trend line that draws itself for you. So as long as the price does stay above that purple line, then from the overarching standpoint, the bulls are in full control and full health. Next one here, ticker symbol PLUG. Very, very nice mover today. So I'll, just quick point that out. Yes, great move. I mean, just basically straight up all day long. But I wanted to look at, multiple weeks here, because what's very interesting here moving forward now into next week is this dynamic right here. It is basically sitting right here, and not all-time highs, but the highest it's been in several days. And now it's just a question of, can the price break through this level next week? And that's a big dynamic that a lot of people will be watching. So going back to, like I talked earlier in the video, this is not some sort of great discovery on my part. A lot of people have noticed that it's sitting up here at this former area of resistance, which occurred on a very high volume bar right there. But overall, the point being is, got to think a lot of people are watching that. So does this create some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy or not? That remains to be seen. But moral of the story here, all eyes on 264. Can PLUG break through it sometime next week? Grab your popcorn and we'll see what happens. Next one here, KITT. And this is one of these where, yeah, in some senses, it's a bit of a disappointment, because if you like to play patterns, well, then you have already missed this one, because this has already. So we had this nice little bull pennant right here. But you can see right here, price broke through it. Nice volume break and then exploded. With all that being said, sure, you missed the breakout, but we now get to ask a very exciting question, and that is this. That movement right here, the breakout, is this the start of something even bigger? Now think about that question. It makes no sense to ask the question if nothing worthwhile has happened. And unfortunately, a lot of stocks out there, nothing worthwhile happened, so you never even get to ask the question, oh wow, is this the start of something bigger? But something has happened here. Got the breakout on a big volume, nice solid green candle. So is there more momentum to come next week? Always an exciting question to ask. So if you like to try to play momentum, or maybe you want to see if there's a little bit of a micro pullback and then look for more, upside momentum. More of the story though, good movement, good volume, got the breakout. So let's see if this is indeed the start of an even bigger move for next week. Next one here, NVDA. And yeah, this one is back to life, and it is doing very, very well. And the majority of the gains came to that opening 30 minutes. Gap up, surge, and yeah, it did track up a little bit, but I think when assuming you're a bull, even if the price didn't continue to explode, at least it wasn't one of these where big move to start and then it just bled the rest of the day and gave back all the gains. So I think, most bulls are probably at least grateful that it didn't do anything like that. So in terms of battlegrounds to watch next week, just to give you a little idea, you can see here that it's been a long time since the price has been up this high. Next key battleground next week going to be coming from this high from several days, or not several days ago, several weeks ago, right up there at 146.60. So like I said, from a high from way back there. So keep an eye on that. And then if the price does pull back, really at this point, as long as price stays above that purple line, which you now know, that 50-period moving average. So as long as the price stays above there, as that line itself moves higher and higher, then I would find nothing to worry about in terms of the general health of NVIDIA. It was looking shaky for sure when the price started to move down below these moving averages, but the price is now back up above them very nicely. So like I said, I think that has eased a lot of people's concerns, and now it's just really turning the attention back to, can the price get up to that level of resistance and break through it? So once again, grab your popcorn, grab your Sour Patch Kids for next week. We'll see what happens. I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a moment, but again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about this tool, then definitely get signed up for the free live webinar, like it'll be next week, Thursday, January 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So hope to see you there. And also, as far as the top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, please hit that like button. And also, what can really help out the channel, so if you want to support the channel in an easy and free way, please hit that subscribe button. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here. We are now on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, each one of these candlesticks here represents 4 hours, not 30 minutes. And that's because Bitcoin is open 24/7. So in order for this video and analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible, I want to just take a longer time frame and just walk you through some questions. And based on how you answer those questions, that'll dictate the current status of Bitcoin whenever you're watching this. So let's just operate under the idea that you're going to be watching this Sunday afternoon. So Sunday afternoon, question number one you need to ask yourself is, where is the price at relative to the pink line, which is the 200-period moving average, essentially valued right now, let's just call it 98,000. If in any way you're saying, well, Clay, I'm watching this and it's Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon and the price is above 98,000, that is a good thing. That is a good thing, because that implies, because right now the price has broken out through there. So if it's above there, that implies that the price is at least consolidating, at least maintaining those gains. Now, how good of a situation? That's where common sense comes into play. Again, if it's doing something like that, I mean, that's good. Don't get me wrong. But if you're watching this Sunday afternoon, the price is, way up here, over 100,000 again, well, that's telling you that the weekend has gotten that much better and the chart has gotten that much more bullish. Now, maybe you're saying, well, Clay, actually, the price is down below 98,000 while I'm watching this. Next immediate question, where's the price at relative to the purple line there at 95,000? If you're saying, well, Clay, the price is actually down below there, the must-hold level, the question is, well, where's the price at relative to 92,000? Now, I'd be surprised if you're saying the price is down below 92,000, but if somehow you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is now down below 92,000, that would be telling you that Bitcoin is doing very, very poorly over the weekend. But like I said, I think it's more of a question of, is this going to get even more upside separation, up above that pink line right there. But all in all, very, very nice latter half to the week here for Bitcoin. So we'll see if it builds upon it over the weekend. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to also definitely get signed up for this free class, because what you'll learn about can and certainly should be used within the world of Bitcoin and crypto. So like I said, it'll be next week, Thursday, January 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So get signed up and I'll hopefully see you there. And like I mentioned earlier, if you want to show some support to the channel in a very easy way, appreciate the top 10 videos, appreciate Bitcoin, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out. So go get signed up for that free class and have a great weekend.